Bailey Spinn on Spout. What was the first concert you ever went to?
It was actually Taylor Swift.
No way. What do your parents think about all this music stuff that you're up to? Do they get like a kick out of it?
They came to a show when I was on tour, which was a lot. My mom doesn't like to leave the house, so that was a lot for
Amen.
her.
Shout out to Bailey's mom. She knows what's up. Christmas is coming up. End of the year's coming up. Are you a Christmas person, a holiday person?
I love Christmas. My tree's been up since like November.
Since last Christmas.
Yeah, it's been up since like November 1st. In my middle school band, there was like one trombone and one tuba. And
did you do trombone?
Yeah, I
did
switched
trombone.
to trombone. You did?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, I played it. I was pretty good at it.
Are you going to do a full-on heavier album?
Yeah. I mean, I think I could say that we definitely were trying to like start pointing the finger towards a little bit of a heavier sound.
I'm a mess, I'm a weirdo, a walking disease, I'm a freak, I'm a zero, I'm bad energy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spout Podcast. I am Nick Major, and today we've got the very talented Bailey Spinn. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You look great. Your shirt is awesome today. Quite a stylish person. So
Thank you.
look awesome.
Love it.
The bangs are looking good too. You told us you just cut them yourself, right?
I did last night when I was like half asleep, just with a pair of eyebrow scissors. So I was making sure they're not crazy.
And it's a busy time for you. Well, busy year. I want to dive into a lot of what you've done, but the most recent thing is you've got the track Critical. It's a new song of yours, the heaviest song that you've put out musically. And let me say this. So this past weekend for work, I was in Seattle for a few days, and I made sure my entire time traveling, all that I did was listen to your discography for days and days in a row. So your music is baked into my head. But your latest song is Critical.
There's no escape, I think I buried myself 6 feet deep.
This is the track you worked with Eric Ron on it,
Yeah.
who I've known Eric for years. So
Love
that's
Eric so much.
Yeah, and I mean he's such a good, he's done great stuff with New Year's Day. He just did some great stuff with Maggie Lindemann.
Yeah, I love her. And I used the drummer from New Year's Day, and he was so great. And the promotional content for Critical.
Oh, nice. Wait, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sick. Tommy, the villain, killing it.
Tommy, shout out.
That's awesome. Tommy is so sick. But tell me about this track.
Honestly, I didn't always picture myself doing heavier music. I started with the pop rock and stuff, and I go based off my interests. So I started to get a little bit into heavier music, and I always kind of said before that I didn't like metal when I was starting out. And then the more I continued to listen to rock music, I was like, oh, I think I'm just like judging it too soon, and you'd have to like find the avenue that you like a lot. And I've always been a huge Evanescence fan, and it's definitely an inspiration. You could hear it in like my melodies before, but just from listening to so many heavy songs, I was like, I love the intensity of this. I love the riffs. I was at When We Were Young, and I was like headbanging to I Prevail. A lot of inspiration from like those kind of bands. Like I love like Bad Omens, I Prevail, Spirit Box, so many, Ice Nine Kills, Motionless in White, Poppy, definitely a lot too. So
you like the heavy music
inspired
now?
me. Yeah, definitely.
Safe to say.
I honestly, Slipknot was like a gateway for me.
Oh, I saw them live once. It was incredible.
I want to.
It was the best live performance I've ever seen a band do.
I'm so jealous.
But
I've seen the
that
drummer.
changed it for you.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of was like, I'm gonna listen. I listened to like Bring Me the Horizon and stuff before, but I started listening to Slipknot, and I was like, I really like this.
I did my time and I went out so abusive.
And I think I just like judged it a little too soon, or I just was like easing my way into it. It's a journey,
Yeah.
but I'm there now.
Yeah, and you've experimented with it plenty, because you came out with your debut album earlier this year, Loser.
Yeah.
Which it had a variety of music on it. It had some heavy guitars in it, lots of pop punk.
For sure,
But
yeah.
this was your the heaviest one. So are you from Virginia?
Yeah,
Is that where
I
you're
am,
from?
actually.
I just went out there and did a whole hike through the mountains during the fall foliage with my mom like a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's probably nice.
It was
I didn't
so
live in
pretty.
like the pretty part.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you lived in a beautiful area. Just kidding.
No, I lived in like a suburb outside of DC, so it was literally that. It's just a suburb. There's nothing to do but like sit in the basement and like drink a Slurpee or like walk around. It's very safe, but that's it.
So what were you doing growing up? Were you a creative kid?
Oh, yeah. I feel like I was kind of one of those misjudged kids all the time. I had a terrible time in high school, but I always like sought to music and creating as like an outlet for me, especially when I wasn't doing well. That's when like the internet really started to take off, and it's like a little outlet for me. And I always loved musical theater, and I would sing it out, and that's kind of how I got the dramatic tone, and all of the like dramatics of my songs kind of came from musical theater, because I loved like Phantom of the Opera and Mean Girls. I saw so many in New York, so I was like, I learned how to belt quickly.
Maybe I'm naive to believe that I could have a happy ending.
As you were growing up, you were into swimming.
Yeah, I was a competitive swimmer from the age of 5 to 17, and then COVID happened, so it would have been 18, but yeah, for like 12 years.
That's huge.
Like every day.
Was that your dream at that time? Did you think you were going to be like, what, an Olympic swimmer doing the butterfly? That was your stroke of choice, right?
Yeah, no, I really didn't think that. And honestly, love my dad so much, but it kind of was one of those things. We have all girls, so we all swam. And I'm the youngest, so I was like his last hope at a kid being good at a sport. And I did like it like throughout my adolescence and like up until I was a teenager, but then I kind of started to not enjoy it as much just as I grew up. But I was decently good at it. Honestly, I'm pretty short, which is like not what you want.
Do you have long arms?
No.
Okay.
I was just so powerful, which is why I was good at butterfly. Like I have very strong legs and I could like take myself really far, but like being short, I never was like that good or
then,
like that committed.
But COVID happening and shutting everything down, it was no choice but to not swim anymore.
Right. And I was kind of a little bit over it before that, to be honest. Love swimming and I love to watch other people swim. I was just like, sports are not my thing, to be honest.
So were you in high school when COVID hit?
Yeah, I was a senior, so I was about to leave.
Oh, you were one of the ones that couldn't graduate.
Right. We didn't graduate. We didn't have prom.
Jeez.
We had none of those things. They were just like, I don't even know if I've never had like a cap and gown. I don't know if I did. I really don't think I did.
Did it hurt not having a prom?
Yeah, I was so excited. What was sad is I remember at the time, like right when they took us out of school, the day before, like when they didn't know COVID was that serious, we were prom dress shopping. Like I was with a friend and I have like the photos of me trying on all my little prom dresses, and then we never got one. And it's so sad. I'm like, I see people like trying on their old prom dress. I'm like, I literally don't have one. There's no
so
prom
sad.
dress. I know, in existence. I love dresses. I'm very whimsical. I wore a giant ball gown in my happy ending video, so maybe I made up for it.
Hey, which happy ending, great song. You did an acoustic version for it as well, right? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm naive to believe that I could have a happy ending.
What song did you drop earlier this year? A heavier version of?
Runner Up.
Runner Up. That's right. So that
love
was
that-
sick.
that version.
What led to you doing a heavy version of Runner Up?
Why does it feel like I'm never enough? Poster child of sucking it up. I walk in and everyone runs.
Honestly, I was inspired a little bit by Demi Lovato had been taking some of her older songs and like
Rockifying them?
Yeah, rockifying them, which I thought was just so cool, and kind of took inspiration from that. And I honestly love Runner Up. It's like one of my probably top 3 songs of my own.
Why does it feel like I'm never enough? Poster child of sucking it up. I walk in and everyone runs.
And I just still love it to this day. It was like one of the first songs that clicked for me. So I was like, I just think this would sound good heavier too.
Yeah.
And so we got somebody to like go back at it and change it. But it was honestly just for me. And I want to play it live that way.
I was going to ask.
It would be really fun. I haven't done it yet. It'd be good for a festival and like the more intense
And now as you have
version.
more heavy music coming out, well, at least
For
with the latest
sure.
song, then it could make sense.
Yeah, I have a very like, I always say my music can be like morphed to fit wherever I'm going to be. You know, some of it's
Sonically,
heavier.
you can change. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I could do the light runner up and like play loser. And then I also could just like ignore the pop rock ones and do all of the heavy songs.
But it's a fun variety that you get to have fun with experimenting.
For sure.
With.
I'm
So
all over the place.
throwing it back to kind of how you got started with the music side of stuff. So COVID hits, you jump onto TikTok and start doing all these comedy little skit videos, which even myself, I had comedy skit videos going viral out the kazoo during COVID. So I know what
Right.
that was like.
Everybody was on their phone. It was pretty easy.
So that's how you first started to kind of introduce yourself to the world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what did that lead to? What was that like, I guess, when you first started going viral as a teenage girl from small town Virginia?
Yeah, I honestly always wanted to be like a YouTuber and an influencer, and the YouTuber thing wasn't working out. And when TikTok came around, I had been like making videos. I'm very like consumed in my phone, honestly.
Who
like,
isn't?
I'm
Jeez.
I'm always on my phone. So I was doing nothing else but being on my phone during COVID, and I had like another girl's skit video come across my For You page, and I was not in school. I had nothing to do, and I was just kind of bored. So I was like, yeah, I'll do this and like see what happens. And it was the POV format, and then I just ran with it. Like it was crazy because I think it was kind of meant to be for me, because the first video I did ever of POV blew up.
Popped
it was
off.
like immediately 1 million views, and it was so crazy. I remember like waiting for it to like switch from, you know, like 900K to the 1M, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just like really ran with it, and I continued.
And then from there, you started making music. Was Romance is Dead the first song that you put out?
Yeah, that was the first.
Romance is dead, but the fantasy of us lives on inside my head.
Was that hard for you? Was that intimidating to bring something new to your audience?
Yeah, they were not that accepting of it, and I kind of eased them
Really?
into it because I always loved singing again, and I just didn't when I started because I was too nervous and anxious and didn't want people to like judge me, and I don't think I could take the hate at that moment, because even when I was a little more confident after being on the internet for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and posted covers on YouTube, they were nice on YouTube, and then on TikTok they were tearing me apart. They were like, this is so bad, you can't sing.
The internet's brutal.
Yeah, they were really brutal. And I was also like a kid. I mean, I think I was like maybe 19 when I started the covers. And I was like, you know, I have to learn somehow. And it was just a lot of people watching. And so they were very like, they always were scrutinizing everything about, or like criticizing how I sang or how I pronounced things, like picking at everything. And then, yeah, I pushed through it somehow. And then we kind of started doing original sessions and making some of my own songs, and Runner Up was actually made first technically, but I don't know why it wasn't. I don't remember the reason it wasn't the single. I think Romance is Dead like felt right.
Yeah.
We made it after with the same producer, Code Blooded, and it just felt like the first single. I was like really catchy, really fun, and it was like a lot going on for the first single. I was like, I want to give them a lot in the performance.
And you did.
Yes.
It was great.
Romance is dead, but the fantasy of us lives on inside my head. And I'm trying not to give up. I'm so sick.
You put out so much music
I
since
have.
you've started putting music out. Are you always writing?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'm always in the studio. I'm like, if I'm not making a video, or if there's like no video from me that day, I'm probably in the studio making a song. I'm always there. I'm working on another project, so we're just like trying to figure out all the songs that are going to be on it.
Yeah.
We're not quite done yet, but we're getting there.
And so Loser just came out like not that long ago. It came out like
Yeah.
in March. But now with this track that's out, is this leading towards a fuller release? Do you know? Are you going to do a full-on heavier album?
Yeah. I mean,
Ooh.
I think I could say that we definitely were trying to like start pointing the finger towards a little bit of a heavier sound for my artist project. So Critical was like the very first step. Fear of Going Out, my single before this,
Yes.
is also going to be on the album.
I'm a mess, I'm a weirdo, a walking disease. I'm a freak, I'm a zero, I'm bad energy.
It's kind of grungy and still pretty pop rock, but Critical, we were trying to like warn people a little bit, was kind of the idea.
Just so you know, there's going to be some breakdowns.
We're going for a little bit of shock value. We're like, okay, she's actually going to go heavy now, because I've said my music's heavy before, and people are like, no, it's not.
Which it totally is. You got some chugging guitars in plenty of your songs.
I say that a lot. I was like, there's a lot of breakdowns for this to be pop music. I'm like, this is not, common in a Sabrina Carpenter song, but I'm like, I love it. I love heavy guitars on it.
Dream tours. Who's like your dream if you could go out with anybody?
Oh, Evanescence.
Put it out. I just saw them
Absolutely.
a few months ago.
Oh, I'm
opening
so
for Halsey.
jealous.
It was so good. Oh my
I
God.
want to be Evanescence's opener so bad. Could be in the cards,
Yeah, absolutely.
I covered My Immortal on my last headline tour.
When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I'd fight away all of your fears.
And that was like, they'd send it to their team. I'm such an Amy Lee fan that they're always like, Bailey loves Amy Lee so much. She loves the songs. And I'm very inspired by them, but that was
So,
like,
have you seen them live or no?
No.
Oh man.
I've seen basically everyone else too. I've been to When We Were Young twice, and I've been to Warped Tour. So I've seen so many people, but not Evanescence.
Okay. Well, what are some of your
Or
favorite
Poppy.
concerts you've been to though?
Ooh, I went to Pierce the Veil at the Kia
so
Forum.
good.
I'm obsessed with Pierce the Veil. I have a keychain from that concert, but oh my gosh, it was amazing. I was having the time of my life. And it was before So Far, So Fake blew up.
Which is I'm so happy for them about that. I am so happy. Was that the show? Was that the one Sleeping with Sirens? Sleeping with Sirens?
Yeah,
Was that that?
and that was a double time show for me because I love Sleeping with Sirens too. So I was like, this is the best day of my life.
Yeah, you're Warped Tour kid. Did you grow up going to Warped Tour ever?
No, I honestly somewhat was not really old enough. I know it kind of ventured. I think it was like 2018 from what I've seen, maybe like 2017. But I think at that. I'm trying to do the
you're right.
math.
You're so young and time
I was like
flies.
15 or like 16. I was like, my parents were not going to let me like go wander a music festival no matter what. So that kind of never happened. I wasn't big on concerts for some reason either. So this like past Warped Tour was my first Warped Tour, and I was old enough. It was great. Honestly, it was really crowded, like so crowded. We got basically like stuck in between people. It was like actually like body to body, and it was kind of scary. Like
yeah.
we just got stuck in a tunnel, but otherwise it was really hot too, but it was fun.
But otherwise it was really hot.
Yeah. So you were standing there shoulder to shoulder with people like sweating. I'm like, this is awesome. But then I saw like a bunch of bands that I love, so
That's
it was
great.
worth it.
Any highlight bands that you saw? The lineup has been so good. And that was the Long Beach one? Is that the one that you went to?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I've gone to so many
There were
festivals.
so many. I know. I'm trying to think of who was at Warped Tour.
Many festivals.
Yeah. But what was the first concert you ever went to?
It was actually Taylor Swift.
No way.
It was Taylor Swift. I was like 13. I think it was. It's the one with Into the Woods or not Into the Woods or. No, it's like Welcome to New York. Whatever.
1989.
Yes. I always forget because I'm not honestly that much of a Swiftie anymore. But my sister, I have an older sister, and she was going like with her friends, and they had another ticket, and so they brought me. And I think it was at like the National Stadium. She was playing stadiums forever, but yeah, it was for 1989.
That's so sick.
It was really good then too.
Oh yeah, she's great. Tommy and I caught her on the Eras tour when that was out
that's
here,
cool.
and I'm so happy I saw that. I feel like that was like a monumental time in music. She's great. So that was your first concert.
Yeah.
So when you're not doing music stuff, what do you like to do? Do you like other creative outlets? Do you draw? Do you do fashion? What else do you like to get up to?
I like a lot of things. I love shopping, if that counts as a hobby.
Like shopping malls? I feel like that's a dying industry. Do you go to malls ever?
I do sometimes. I like honestly can't because I just don't have a backbone for myself, and I will just buy everything, and I'll like talk myself into it. I'm like, I can't be here because I want everything, and I just like don't have any self-restraint, so I'll buy all of it.
Dude, that's me with Amazon. It's so dangerous being able to have Amazon and you can just buy stuff with one button. Like,
oh yeah,
money is very easy to spend.
So easy to browse too. But I love working out too. I do that a lot.
That's good. Me too. I think that's such a good thing for anyone to get into mentally. It puts you in a good spot. You never regret it after a workout.
Oh yeah, you feel better after a workout like every single time, unless I do solid core, and then I feel like I can't do anything. So don't do that.
But that's got to be good for you for shows at least, right?
Right. I got to build up my coordination and stamina for the shows. I'll sing like while running on the treadmill.
During the show, actually. It's going to be like an OK Go type thing, if you know who OK Go is. So do you play any instruments? Did you grow up playing the instrument side of stuff?
Yeah, I played a lot growing up. I was obsessed. I liked music a lot.
Okay,
and
so you are clearly I found out you're a music person, yes.
Yeah, definitely, all the way. I started with the viola. I didn't play that for very long. And then I played the flute. Also didn't play that for very long because in my middle school band, there was like 18 flutes and there was like one trombone and one tuba. And
did you do trombone?
Yeah, I
did
switched to trombone. You did?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Nice. That's so
Lore
sick.
unlocked.
Oh my God. That's funny.
I played it. I was pretty good at it too. Like it really... Not that it's not a difficult instrument, but like once you got the grasp of it, like it made sense.
Yeah.
You just had to understand like where your placement needs to be, like on the. I don't remember what it's called.
Buzz your lips the right way, and you're good to go.
Well, I couldn't do the tuba. I don't know. My mouth was too small. I just like literally could not make a sound out of the tuba.
Which are crazy instrument. You see like little kids back then, like in schools holding those things. I'm like, damn.
We were all like 13. I'm like, but how is that kid doing it and I can't? But I was like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's your mouth is wider, like. I don't know.
You need trombone in a song sometime.
Not good at it. That is so funny because somebody just said that to me. I can't. I don't know if I will. I could incorporate it maybe one day. I think my trombone era is over.
So writing the lyrics and stuff, how did you kind of tap into that side of you, being able to share what's going on in your head and your emotions on paper with people? Because that's hard for a lot of people to do.
Yeah, I was always just like kind of in my head about many things, and I had so many thoughts just about life, and I'd always be writing things down. And I was kind of a skit writer on TikTok, which is how it transferred over into songwriting. And I thought, I might be good at this. I'm pretty good with like coming up with a theme and then like going off of it and kind of knowing what I like. At least I'm pretty confident about that. So it kind of just worked out for me. And like Happy Ending, the way it came about was me writing a bunch of descriptors and things in a notebook. And at the time I was very alone and, didn't have much relationship experience and didn't see much in the future. So I just kind of wrote all of that down and turned it into I watched a lot of Disney movies growing up and that kind of thing. So I kind of spun it into something else.
And it's so catchy. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm naive to believe that I could have a happy ending.
Big Disney fan though?
Yeah, I'm a Disney adult.
Dude, now especially because I have nephews, I do Disney out the kazoo. I've done Disney cruises with them. I went to
those are
Disney
great.
World for my first time this year. I love Disneyland. I feel like I go there so many times a year. Do you have any favorite Disney movies?
Oh, I was obsessed with The Little Mermaid. I was a big mermaid kid growing up. I loved how whimsical and like beautiful they were. Also like a siren. I feel like I am a siren, but I just loved them.
Into mermaids. There's horse girls and there's mermaid girls.
Right. I even watched like this. I remember I had the second The Little Mermaid on VHS. We used to
for you, that's a real
have a
old
hutch.
piece of technology.
Right.
I loved VHSs growing up. I know that world well.
I remember we had it, and it's like a core memory, and I just loved it. And she had like the daughter named Melody, and I love that name still to this day. I think that's such a cute name.
It is.
I'm like, it's on my baby name list, so I just remember that. I'm obsessed with Ariel. I love her hair too. It's so like diva.
Okay,
It's
you gonna ever go for the bright red hair?
I thought about it, honestly. It was an option, but it's a lot of maintenance to keep your hair red, especially because my roots are dark.
Yeah,
so you have to keep bleaching it.
Was your hair? Did you have blonde hair for a while or lighter hair?
did, yeah.
What's the darker? Is it easier to just keep up with it?
Yeah, it's also less dead. It was just like hay before, and a lot of people were very attached to my blonde hair, and I was like, one, I'm doing this for the health of my hair, and two, I think it looks a little better this way. Like, it's closer to my natural color. I'm just brunette, but the black is at least a step closer than the blonde was.
And what do your parents think about all this music stuff that you're up to? Do they get like a kick out of it?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. My dad is so adorable. He's like my biggest fan.
Oh.
He came to my show. This is so funny. He'll be embarrassed. But he came to one of my shows, and I have like low-key a young audience. And so I knew he was my dad, but I don't think the other people like in line knew that he was my dad. And so he also like came from work, so he's wearing like a button up. He buys my merch shirt, puts it on, he stands in the line, and then all of these moms with like their little kids are like looking at him weird because he's like the only grown man
Singing
in the
every
line,
word.
and he doesn't have a sign that says like I'm Bailey's dad. So he just like kind of looks a little weird, and it's kind of like, and he's kind of an awkward dude. Love him so much. But people were like staring at him funny, and my mom was like, they're gonna think you're a weirdo. And I was like, that's my dad. But he's so adorable and supportive, and he tells all his friends about me. He's a businessman.
So cute.
He brings me up at all his conferences. He loves it.
He needs to start all of his meetings like with your music in the background to
He does.
open
He's
it up.
used it as like a walk-up song.
Oh, hell
literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
More dads
He's
need to be like this.
Really supportive. My mom's super supportive too. They came to a show when I was on tour too.
Yeah.
Which was a lot. My mom doesn't like to leave the house, so that was a lot for
Amen.
her.
Shout out to Bailey's mom. She knows what's up.
She does. Yeah, I'm with her there. She goes within like a 3-mile radius of her house, and she won't go on the highway.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Everything's close by in
Yeah,
Virginia.
you can get stuff at Grubhub. Come on, guys. We can just
Right.
get it brought to you. What do you think of the LA life from coming from the other side of the country?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I started in WeHo. That was a bad idea. I really didn't like that, especially like so jarring coming from Virginia, where it was like safe suburbs and like, you know, your neighbors and they're old people with babies and dogs. And then I moved to WeHo, and the apartments are getting swatted.
Yeah.
Or like
helicopters.
Yeah, there's helicopters, there's gunshots, there was like people's apartments getting ransacked, and
it smells like
one
pee all
time
the
there was
time.
like a homeless man like trying to commit arson, and they had to like shoot out a balcony. It was crazy. And then I moved. I was like, I can't, what did I move into? Like, why did I move here? And so I moved away. Quickly, I was like, I hate this.
Because
And
you
I
heard
moved to the
Hollywood and you
valley.
assumed Hollywood was going to be great. Everybody thinks that.
Right.
And
Well,
then
everyone, all my friends lived there at the time, and I was like,
this guy lives in Hollywood.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, it honestly depends on where, though. Like, there are better pockets, but where I was not a good pocket.
Where would some dream locations where you're like, if I could travel anywhere to play a show, that would just make my day?
Honestly, anywhere. I know I have a fan base in Australia. I want to see a kangaroo. I think that's a life
Dude,
goal.
I'll be down. I'll be going to Australia next month.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, my
I'm
dad's
gonna
from
go
there, so I have dual citizenship. So I've always been fortunate enough to grow up getting to travel down there, and so I haven't been
that's
there like 12 years.
awesome.
But I'm going next month, so
I'd love
you'll have
that.
fun. I'll spread the word about you when I'm down there. I'm going
Right,
to be
in
throwing
Australia?
Bailey stuff everywhere.
They're listening there. I just like have so many questions about things in Australia.
Ugh,
I've never
crazy
been there.
bugs, crazy.
Oh, the giant spiders.
They'll carry you away.
Right, they're horrifying.
Mhm, they'll carry you away. But it's a cool spot. It's great. But you've never been there just visiting either, right?
No,
to Australia.
never.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't left the U.S. very much. Maybe like twice.
So, did you go to the UK for a Wednesday show premiere thing?
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy. How did that end? How did you end up in London for that? They brought you out to check that out, or what?
Yeah, that was honestly my awesome PR team.
Shout out.
They got the opportunity. I think they saw my vibe, the Netflix team, and they were like, yeah,
She fits
this
the
makes
vibe.
sense. And so I did love Wednesday too. At some point I must have like boasted about how much I liked the show, or maybe it was my haircut or the bangs, but they were like, we
Next
love
thing you knew, you
her.
were on
We
the
want
way
her
over.
out there. It was awesome.
That looked so
It was
sick.
such an experience, and I loved all the like walking tours and stuff. I would have shopped even more. Shop till you drop again. Favorite
we know
hobby.
she can't control
And the
herself.
season was so good. And then when it came out, I felt so funny. I was like, I'm skipping the first episode because I saw it.
I've already seen it. Sorry,
I've already
everybody.
seen it.
I watched it with the cast. Sorry about that.
I did see. I wasn't near her, but I did see Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. Oh, she's been killing
And
it.
Tim Burton. And
oh,
the
really?
whole cast. Yeah.
That's so special
They
that you got
walked out.
to go there. Have you ever wanted to act? You said you loved the theater stuff, like the Broadway
did.
stuff. Have you ever wanted to do acting?
No, honestly,
okay, fair enough, fair
I think people have got me to try, and
Yeah.
it seems like it would be the right route because I did skit acting, but I don't know, it's just kind of not where my heart was lying.
Oh, that's fair
It
enough.
just
If
was
it's not,
like-
it's not.
The cameras like kind of make me nervous. I'd probably do better on like a reality show or something like personality based, but that's why being a musician made more sense because I was like, now I'm a personality and I don't have to like play as someone else, but the people who can are so talented. I just
Absolutely.
was like, I think I'd panic and not know what to do. I don't know.
I always think I could do reality, and then I'm worried the real me would come off as such an idiot
Oh,
on
me
reality
too.
that I'm like,
Yeah.
dang it, I should have done an acted, scripted thing where I wasn't me. Christmas is coming up. End of the year's coming up. Are you a Christmas person, a holiday
I
person?
love Christmas. My tree's been up since like November.
Since last Christmas.
Yeah, it's been up since like November 1st. I was like, my tree.
Did you ever get amazing Christmas present as a kid that you will never forget?
I probably multiple times. I was obsessed with American Girl dolls.
My sisters
and I
too.
Definitely got multiple for Christmas, and I remember specifically like getting an American Girl doll for Christmas, and then my mom would make us cinnamon rolls, and I would have my American Girl doll with a cinnamon roll, and then I would go down in the basement, and I had like a literal like house set for them. I was serious. I would like play with my dolls for hours and hours and hours, and I was obsessed with the American Girl doll. I got so many. I think I got like Caroline. She had like cute curly blonde hair.
I'm gonna a picture of her popped up on the screen right now,
Right. She's so cute.
everybody,
She's a historical one.
You'll know if you had Caroline. Wasn't Molly the biggest one, or like
Yeah.
an OG one? I remember my sister had Molly.
We had the OGs, but they gave them to me too young, and I ruined them. I
Ooh,
cut the
because they were
hair.
valuable, weren't they? Like, weren't they
were.
expensive things to get?
They were the OG ones, and we had them with like the cloth bodies or whatever when they were like really soft, and then I cut their hair. Like I ruined them because I was like 10.
But
I
you
was
did exactly. It's a toy. I suppose you did exactly
and
what it's
a really
intended
expensive
for.
toy.
Yeah,
now that
seriously.
I'm self-aware as an adult, I'm like, oh my, I had like 8 of them. Like, what is going on?
It's like a little you downstairs. It probably looks so
army.
scary. You downstairs with all of your American dolls.
They're really scary now. They're still in the basement.
You
because
never left. You never. They just
Right.
stayed there.
They're gonna wait for when me and my sisters like have kids or something, which won't be a long time for me. But like they're just all in a pile in the basement, standing up on this bed. So it's just like 8 pairs of eyes, just like
Your house sounds
beady little
horrifying.
eyes. It's not. It's not. It's really funny. Like, they're harmless. They're not scary.
Yeah,
They're all in, like,
that's what I said about Chucky.
cute dresses.
Bailey Spinn, thank you so much for stopping by the Spout Podcast today. I'm once again Nick Major, and everyone go listen to Critical. And even Loser. It's your album that came out this year, which is still new, I feel like.
Yeah,
so go check
there's
that
a
out
lot.
too. So Loser, Critical. Bailey, thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for having me.